Kieran, thanks for talking to us. Another 3 points. Should be delighted. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good day's work in the end. It wasn't an easy game. You know, inside the dressing room, we know how much work, how much concentration, focus, sacrifice during the week it takes to get all the details right that, you know, lead to giving yourself a chance to get the win and in the end make it look like a comfortable win. But we know it wasn't. We know that if we don't do those things well, if we don't keep doing them, then today can have a very different outcome. But we're respecting, you know, the opponent. We prepared really well, trained really well during the week, the whole squad, and we were ready for the game. It wasn't an easy start. Wycombe, you know, set up a little bit differently as we thought they might do, but different in how they have been. Put a couple of extra defensive-minded players in the team and tried to make it difficult to break them down. And it took us 15-20 minutes to feel the spaces, to find the spare man, to, you know, figure out how we could hurt their back line. But we did that better as the half went on. And of course, when you open the scoring with a set play, that gives you a great chance at home. And from there, we really started to open up and put in, you know, lots of good things about the performance.
I know you won't want to give away everything from a tactical point of view, of course, but did the lads change the game plan, or was it more about sticking to it and just getting that little bit quicker, a little bit sharper, perhaps?
No, not the game plan. You know, because sometimes the game plan's dictated by how the opposition come to mark us and how they come to press us. So it's about, you know, sticking to our positioning, sticking to our principles, and, you know, using the early parts of the game to, you know, figure out where the spare man's going to be, how we're going to, you know, get control and build up, and how we can hurt their backline. They set up with a backline of 5, and, you know, midfielders tracking in the backline as well. So it was about how we're going to manipulate that to try and get our penetration. So, yeah, we try and be consistent with what we do and prepare the players for different scenarios. But, you know, that's dictated by how the other team come and set up at times. And sometimes you need a bit of time for the players to feel that on the pitch. And that was probably the first 15-20 minutes. Even having said that, I still think, you know, we had some good chances. George is probably onside, or it's, you know, there's certainly nothing in it. What would have been an earlier goal. But yeah, once we got the set piece goal, it really opened up, and we were able to, you know, play some really good football and keep defending with good concentration and spirit.
Probably shows the standard that's been set, the fact that we're actually talking about it, isn't it? And are you been impressed, about how the lads have learned in general in the game, how they adapt to the scenarios? Yeah,
that's an important part of, you know, trying to improve over the course of the season. Yeah, you can't come out every week and steamroller the opposition in the first 10 minutes, which we have done a few times. And today was a good example of what we need to do if it doesn't look like that. I say we've been pretty consistent with our setups. We have different variations according to the opposition, and the players, of course, the more games they play together and the more games as a squad and the longer we spend together, the more they understand, you know, what the solutions might be in different types of games. And yeah, it's certainly something that we're getting better at. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but in that early period, I could see us, you know, communicating on the pitch, looking for solutions, and we'll reflect on this game again really quickly tomorrow, because after that, it's all eyes on Cheltenham. We've got to move on quickly and get ready for that challenge.
And once again, we're talking about the importance of a set piece, and that was what broke the deadlock. And again, talking about George Hurst, it really is in fine form at the moment.
Yeah, delighted to score a goal with a set player. You know, we know how important they are. It's been a massive message from the first day of pre-season. The players have been, you know, terrific in terms of buying into it. I still think we can improve a lot on certain set plays. But that was a really good goal. And, you know, even for George coming in, it shows how you can improve, because it was an area that we felt like he, you know, could improve a lot from the first few games. And he's worked hard with the coaching staff on his movements and how he can get in better positions on corners to attack the ball, and it's good for him to get that, and that's what we need to do, keep improving all the players individually, and that will improve us as a team.
And what was the general feeling at half time? The Connor goal came at a really nice time.
Yeah, it did. It gives a bit more cushion, but I don't think it changes too much really, because you know that, you know, we're not going to sit on 2-0. The next goal is always decisive at 2-0, so we knew we had to come out and get back on the front foot and go for the second goal. So I don't think it changed the flow of the game too much. We knew we wanted to get the next goal, and we tried to do that. We came out and tried to be positive and attack the spaces that they were giving us, and we managed to do that and got the third goal. And from there, really, of course, you're a little bit more comfortable in terms of the scoreline, and you can focus on the performance and doing the right things to try and get the next goal, share the minutes around the squad, which is really important, and work hard to get the clean sheet.
Yeah, 4 subs made at once. That must have been a good position to be in. And also, again, talking about the contribution from those that came on.
Yeah, it is. It was, look, I've said it before, but I think the players know that I mean it, and I know that they mean it in terms of how the group are training and the contribution that everyone's making. There was a training group this morning that, my coaching staff took. I was there. The boys trained terrifically, and that's really important because it sends the right tone around the training ground. It shows everyone that they're ready for Monday or next Saturday or whenever they might be required, and everyone's playing the part. So yeah, of course, it was a chance to give minutes to those in the squad who deserve more minutes than what they've been getting, but the form and the performances of those who've started more recently has dictated that, and the players all understand that. And at the end of the day, especially at this stage of the season, it's about the team and the club and everyone doing what they need to do to contribute to helping the club be successful.
On that, just the general run recently, I know there's so much work to do, of course, but how do you actually sum that up? Because the defensive record, how many we've scored without conceding, 8 wins in a row, it's phenomenal stats, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to sum it up, to be honest, because it's not over yet. We'll sum it up at the end of the season. I think for now it's getting ready for Cheltenham. We've got no interest in records, to be honest, or clean sheet records or win records or anything like that. We just want to do what we can to prepare well, to perform well against Cheltenham and try and get the win. And I think at the end of the season, hopefully we will be successful and we can look back on what we've done. But for now, it's just about looking forward.